When 16-year-old Noah Pierce uploaded his Roblox stream that night, he had 400 viewers and zero idea that his webcam had just recorded the last few hours of someone's life. He didn't find out until 2:14 the next afternoon, when a comment on the replay stopped him cold. "Bro, who's standing behind you at 4712? Noah almost didn't check. He almost closed the laptop and went to get lunch instead. If he had, he never would have found what was buried under his own back porch. Noah was exactly the kind of kid you'd expect to see behind a webcam at midnight. Roblox fan since he was 9, 3,000 subscribers. The kind of streamer who talked to his chat like they were friends sitting next to him on the couch. He lived with his mom in a rental house at the edge of town. Old place, weird layout. A backyard that backed up onto 12 empty acres of woods nobody in the neighborhood ever walked into. That night's stream had been ordinary. A few horror maps, some jump scares for the chat, the usual. Nothing about it had felt different while it was happening. It was only on the replay, only frame by frame, timestamp 4712, that anything looked wrong. In the corner of the frame, behind Noah's left shoulder, in the sliver of hallway visible through his open bedroom door, something moved. Not walked, not stepped. It was there in one frame and gone in the next, like it had crossed the gap between two frames in a single instant. Noah rewound it, paused it exactly on 4712. A shape, tall, hunched slightly at the shoulders, standing at the very edge of the hallway light. He told himself it was a trick of the shadows, a coat on a hook, his brain filling in a shape that wasn't really there. Then he noticed his dog. In the footage, his dog, normally glued to his feet during every stream, was pressed flat against the wall on the opposite side of the room, tail tucked, staring directly at that same spot in the hallway. Not moving, not blinking as far as the frame rate could show. For 11 straight minutes of footage, that dog never looked away from the hallway once. Noah didn't sleep that night. He kept the stream footage open on a second monitor, scrubbing back and forth, watching that same 11-minute stretch until the shape stopped looking like nothing and started looking like someone standing very, very still. Around 1 a.m., his phone buzzed. A message from his mom, working a night shift 2 towns over. "Did you let someone in the back door? Ring camera says it opened at 11:47. Noah checked. The backdoor camera app showed exactly what she'd said. The door swinging open at 11:47 p.m. Exactly during his stream. Exactly around the time that shape had appeared behind him. No one visible entering. The door had simply opened, on its own, into an empty kitchen, and swung shut again 90 seconds later. He hadn't heard a thing. He'd been 3 rooms away, headset on, laughing with his chat. By morning, Noah convinced himself it had to be some kind of prank. A neighbor kid, a dare gone weird, anything with a normal explanation. He went out to the backyard to check the door, the porch, anything that might explain the footage. That's when he noticed the dirt. A patch near the edge of the old wooden porch, freshly disturbed, darker than the ground around it, like it had been dug up and packed back down in a hurry sometime in the last day. His dog wouldn't go near it, wouldn't even walk that side of the yard, just stood at the porch steps growling low at nothing, the same way it had stared at that hallway on the stream. Noah called his mom. She told him not to touch it, to wait until she got home. He didn't listen. He found the edge of something pale about a foot down. Not an animal, not roots, not trash, not anything he could talk himself into believing. He stopped digging immediately, and called the police instead of finishing the job himself. which later an officer told him privately was the only reason he didn't end up far more traumatized than he already was. What they recovered from beneath that porch over the next 2 days was confirmed to be human remains. A man in his 30s, missing for the better part of a year, last seen in the very neighborhood Noah's family had moved into only 5 months earlier. Investigators wouldn't release details about condition or cause of death to the public. They would only confirm it had not been a quick death, and that whoever buried him had known exactly how to keep that patch of yard from ever looking disturbed. Until now. Noah's stream, the 11 minutes with the shape in the hallway, was pulled by police as potential evidence the same afternoon. Here's the part that never made it into any news report. Noah kept a personal backup of the raw footage on an external drive, the one his editor used before official copies were seized. Months later, alone, unable to help himself, he opened it one more time. He noticed something the police apparently hadn't flagged, or hadn't shared if they had. At the very end of that 11-minute stretch, right as the shape in the hallway finally moved out of frame for good, it turned, just slightly, just enough to catch the hallway light. Toward the camera, toward Noah, like it knew the entire time that it was being watched. The house was sold within the month. Noah's family moved across the state, and Noah stopped streaming from his bedroom entirely. Every setup now faces a blank wall, camera positioned so nothing behind him is ever visible on screen. He still gets messages sometimes from strangers who found the old clip before it was taken down, asking if it was real, asking if he's okay, asking what happened to the 11 minutes of footage that never got fully explained. He never answers the last question, not because he doesn't know, because the last time he watched it, right at 47:12, he swears the shape wasn't in the hallway anymore. It was standing right behind the camera.